Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. Did not have a great episode at all in yesterday's episode, but we're going to do better this time around. And you know why I feel like we're going to do better? Because I'm playing as Cain, which means that I am not subjected to the random stats and items of Eden. And don't get me wrong, playing as Eden can be fun, and it can be good. But we had 3 Eden runs in a row yesterday, and none of them gave me suitable stats or items to start off with. So, you know, I am absolutely not going to take for granted the fact that I have better stats with Cain, you know, even though I don't have any items to start off with except for Lucky Foot. Alrighty. There we go. I need a heart before we go into this boss fight, wherever it is. But, you know, I'm feeling good. You know, I just recorded that episode that went up yesterday, but I am feeling very good at the moment. Feeling energetic, hyped to play games and to record them and to offer my commentary, you know. It's good. It's good. It's fun. I'm having a good time. You know, and I just got a notification on my phone, actually, that you know, the whole college admissions scandal with the woman from Full House and some other famous people and whatnot. Well, I got the notification on my phone that Lori Loughlin is not guilty. You know, and I thought, I'm not trying to, you know, like to get into anything controversial, but I thought that it was, you know, I thought it was obvious that they had given money to whatever school it was to get their daughter into get their daughter into that school, but I guess that isn't illegal. Maybe, I don't know. I don't understand the minutia of the case, to be honest, and I don't really care. But I just thought it was interesting that, you know, her and her husband pled not guilty. You know, when I thought that, you know, essentially bribing a school to accept their daughter, you know, as I thought that was wrong, but I guess, you know, maybe it's not. Well, I mean, morally it's wrong, but maybe in the legal system it's not. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm not going to try and act like I know what I'm talking about, really, but I just thought it was interesting. You know, it's a fucking rule of thumb for the future, you know, if you want your kid to... If you want your kid to get into college, just make a lot of money and then donate a lot of that money to the school that you want them to get into. It's plain and simple. You know, I don't understand why people don't do it all the time, you know. People complain about not being able to get into their favorite schools, not being able to get into the schools that they applied to. And it's like, why didn't you just, you know, have your parents pay for you to get in, you know? What are you doing? You know, it's almost like you're not even trying at that point. Obviously, I am being facetious, but I can understand how it could be interpreted otherwise. I just want to make it clear. Because, I don't know, sometimes I say things and like that, you know, and I'm obviously being sarcastic, but people will be like, Why are you being like that? Why are you saying, you know, things that aren't true? You know, why are you being an asshole? And it's like, it's part of the shtick for one thing, but also, like, you know, I'm joking. I'm not being, you know, serious. You know, and at the end of the day, like, I can't hinge what I say on, you know, people that comment stuff like that. But at the same time, it's like, you know, I'm not trying to stir up any issues. I'm just trying to make funnies for the sake of making funnies, you know? And what's the problem with that? It's my poor impression of Jerry Seinfeld. You know, I don't think I've ever watched an episode of Seinfeld in its entirety. And to be honest, I don't really feel like I'm missing out on much. Because it's like, I get it, you know. I get what the whole deal with that show is, you know. It's Jerry, you know, I mean, something happens among his friend group or whatever, you know, somebody does something and then he's like, well, why are they doing that? You know, why don't they do this? And, you know, he is like kind of an asshole about it, you know, like that's his thing. You know, so like I understand what the premise of the show is, and I don't feel like I'm missing out on much because I feel like I've seen that before, for one thing, but also, you know, Seinfeld is like 20 years old, you know? It's like I don't have any motivation to see it. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's a bad show. I'm looking for Tinted Rocks or something. Not going to find them. I'm not trying to say that it's a bad show. I think it's probably a fine show, but I don't have any motivation to see it because I feel like I understand, you know, the premise of every episode already. I'm also frustrated that I blew this deal with the devil opportunity, but it's okay. You know, we're not in a position where I need to freak out about that just yet. You know, where it's the second floor, I can take it easy a little bit. We also got Magic Scab as well, which is nice. All right, let's move on. You know, but I saw, what was it? It was an FBE video, and it was I think it was, you know, college kids reacting to Seinfeld, you know, that whole thing that they do. And you know, in my head, I was like, all right, you know, they'll probably think it's funny, and you know, yada yada, nothing real special about it. And then, you know, you go into the video and you start watching, and Jerry Seinfeld is making all these jokes, and there are these situations that are being presented, and the college kids are like, I find that offensive, you know, the shtick, you know, why is he being such an asshole, you know, and then there was like a thing where I think Seinfeld was being racist or something, and you know, it's like, and they were like, well, why is he being a racist? You know, that isn't cool. I would never watch this. And, you know, like, I'm not here to necessarily defend Seinfeld, but it's like, that's the entire premise of the show. Like, he's supposed to be that way. Like, he's supposed to be an asshole. You're supposed to think that he's an asshole, you know? It's not there to try and present racism as like a good thing, or, you know, or something that you should joke about and make light of. You know, the point is that it's like, he's being an asshole. Don't act like that, you know. But I can understand not being on board with it, even from that angle. You know, even if you understand that that's the angle they're coming from. But I just don't really see it as a big deal, to be honest. I think people often try and they try really hard to take offense to certain things, you know? And it's like, there's much more important shit that you could be getting caught up over. You know, you don't have to waste your time getting caught up over, you know, what Jerry Seinfeld was saying in his show 20 years ago, you know? It's just, I think people sometimes get their priorities all out of whack. And it's the same thing with, like James Gunn, getting taken off Guardians of the Galaxy 3. He's back now for it, but it's like, people were getting caught up on stuff he said like 7 years ago. And it's like, there's much more important shit that you could be focusing on, but instead you're focusing on this. And it's like, I don't understand why people get so hung up on stuff that's happened in the past instead of what's happening now. Because what's happening now is ultimately more important than what's happened in the past, because you can't change what happened in the past. You can learn from it. You can acknowledge that it's wrong, but making such a big deal out of stuff that happened years ago, in my eyes, is really like dumb. And I'm not trying to be controversial here necessarily, but it's just, I don't understand that mindset, and maybe I'm the odd one out here. I don't know, but it's just like, you're making a big deal out of something that really doesn't matter. There's a lot of bad shit going on in this world that you could be focusing on, and instead you're focusing on stuff a comedian said 20 years ago on his fake TV show. I don't know. I don't want to get controversial. I don't like getting controversial. I think, again, there's no need to bring up controversial topics necessarily, even though they are good to talk about. But I also don't think that this is too controversial or that it should be too controversial, so I am going to talk about it. But I don't really have much else to say about it other than that. That's my opinion on all of it. And it's kind of like, I think also that these kinds of things get blown up to be a bigger deal than they actually are, meaning that, people who maybe share the opinion that I do are like, oh man, look at all of these people that are reacting in this way, and when in reality, maybe it's, it's a small but vocal group of people on Twitter or something. It's like at the same time you're letting a group of people, a small group of people, stir up something that really doesn't hold any merit or have any bearing on what happens in society or anything of that sort. So I think a lot of things, whether or not they are true or accurate is subjective, of course, but it's just, I think people get too bent out of shape about a lot of things. It's like, I was having a discussion with somebody. I do the morning news once a week for a radio show up here in Boston, and not much longer, but for the next couple of weeks I will still be doing it. And I was talking with the host, and he brought up that this artist, they apologized for the record they put out last, their last record. They apologized because they said it wasn't their best work. And the host was like, I really liked that album, actually. Even though they claim it wasn't their best work, I really liked that album. And I think, I'm of the opinion that I don't think any artist, or any creator for that matter, should apologize for what they put out unless it's, blatantly offensive or, anything of that sort, Like, I think you should create what you want to create. And if people have a problem with it, then they need to figure that out for themselves. And they need to, listen to something or watch something that they do enjoy listening or watching, instead of getting all bent out of shape about, a band putting out an album that doesn't fit with what they want to hear. It's like, they can put out whatever they want, and they should put out whatever they want, and you shouldn't have any influence over that. to be honest. You know, like, why do you get to have influence? Why do you get to tell them what they should make? You know, it's like people should be allowed to make whatever they want. You don't have to like it, but they should be allowed to make whatever they want. You know, it's just, I get kind of bent out of shape about it sometimes. Not often, because I'm a fairly laid back person in the grand scheme of things, but I don't think it's going to go off again. You know, but it's bizarre to me that, like, that people think they're entitled to the music that people make, or the movies that people direct and stuff like that. Like, they're entitled to it being a certain way. You know, like, I get it if you're a fan and you feel betrayed, but at the same time, they are allowed to make whatever they want to make. If you don't like it, you don't have to like it. But it's just, be respectful of them making what they're making, you know, or rather be respectful of them making whatever they want to make. You know, you don't have to like it. I'm not telling you have to like it. I'm just saying be respectful about it. You know, there was this controversy, not controversy, I don't think, but this whole thing where there were multiple bands that, you know, that made like these comments about Imagine Dragons, like these kind of like these mean-spirited comments about Imagine Dragons and the music they make and whatnot. And the lead singer of Imagine Dragons, you know, came out and he was like, you know, we're just making what we want to make. And, you know, the fact that we're getting attacked for making what we want to make, you know, that could make somebody who enjoys what we make feel ashamed for listening to our stuff. And it shouldn't be like that. And I completely agree. You know, and those bands later apologized for what they had said. But, you know, it's like you're instilling shame not only into the artists for what they make, but into the people that enjoy that work by disrespecting it, you know? It's like, you know, people enjoy what they want to enjoy, you know? And if you don't like it, it's fine. But don't be so disrespectful about it. You know, your opinion does not hold any more weight than anybody else's, you know? It's just, it's frustrating to see that constantly, you know? Like, why does your opinion matter more than somebody else's? Why does your opinion get to be the right opinion while another person's opinion doesn't hold any value? You know, it doesn't make any sense to me. I've gone on for far too long about this topic, but it gets me going. It makes me angry from time to time to think about, you know, because I've seen the same thing in the artists that I like, you know, where people are just blatantly disrespectful about what they put out as musicians, and it makes me mad, you know. And I am not going to sit here and pretend that I am a saint. I have been disrespectful towards artists for what they put out, but you know, I'd like to think that I've learned from that and that I don't do that anymore. You know, it can be applied to a lot of different things as well. I'm using it in the example of music, but, you know, it could be applied to plenty of other things as well. And ultimately, you know, I don't think it's as bad as maybe I've made it out to be, you know, and I'm not trying to make it out to be this whole big ordeal, but I do think that, you know, it is a problem, especially in the music industry. I think that takes the cake in terms of where that disrespect lies, you know. But you know, that's all I have to really say about it. I'm not gonna. I don't think there is much more for me to say about it. You know, I just think it's an issue. And I think people need to, you know, be respectful of what people want to make, you know. If a rock band wants to put out pop music, that's their decision. That's what they want to do, you know. You don't have, you know, any right to, you know, to trash them for doing what they want to do, you know? Like, it's like trashing somebody for trying to pursue their passion in college, you know? It's like, why is your passion superior to their passion, you know? It's ridiculous, you know? But anyway, now that I'm done ranting, I can kind of focus in on the run a little bit. Because, you know, I rerolled earlier, and our run is much better now. We are much stronger than we were before. And I think we are in a good position at the moment. I don't think... We're not in dire need of anything, really. It's really boiling down to, you know, what we can get. You know, the more items we can get, the better. But, you son of a bitch. You almost got me. You almost did. But I got out of the way. You know, but... Yeah, run is looking good. I don't think we have too many issues or things to be worried about. I think getting rid of some of these red heart containers would be nice. You know, particularly through deal with the devil opportunities, but I don't know if that's going to happen. It's probably not going to happen on this floor, but I think we are going to want to try in the future here. What floor are we on? We're on Necropolis 1. So I think next floor we fight Mom. Sure, give me that. Okay. I will take the tower, and I will use it in here. Maybe not the greatest idea, but too late. I already did it. And it worked out. Look at that. Sometimes the greatest ideas, you know, well, I mean, hang on. Allow me to rephrase. Sometimes the greatest things don't always spawn from the greatest ideas. Put that one in your fucking, I actually don't know what I was going to say. They should put me on a quotes website, though, so people can steal it and put it on their Facebook walls or something. And I don't consider that to be an outdated reference because old people still use Facebook quite frequently, and so it is still relevant in some form. Therefore, not an outdated reference. Get fucked. I don't want to hear it, okay? God damn it. Who put that spike there? Store credit. Ew. Yes, give me Rotten Baby. For sure. Here's the boss fight too. This is the mom fight. I should probably take advantage of this store credit while I can. I don't know what it actually does, but this is the last time we're going to have a shop, so... Okay, so you could only use it on one item, but... Damn, I didn't realize that. I thought it was just going to be free infinitely. Does not make a whole lot of sense, but... We got a spirit heart out of it. Frankly, I'll take that. It's better than nothing. You know, I'm not going to complain. You live and you learn. You live and you learn, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we're fine, we're fine. Nothing to worry about, nothing to worry about. If I could come out of this with my 2 spirit hearts, I'd be very happy, and I am very happy. Alrighty. Looking pretty good, looking pretty good. If I can hold on to this deal with the devil opportunity, that would be really nice. Curse of the Lost is extremely not good. But, We'll make it happen. We always do. Never mind. We actually almost never do. But I was trying to be confident. I was trying to believe in myself. So we're probably not going to get a deal with the devil, I imagine, for the rest of the run at this point. But it's okay. I don't think we're in that dire of a situation where we need to rely on it in order to survive. But would have been nice. Would have been nice. Bomb bag is fine. Not great, not bad. I'll take it anyway, though. I hate these floors. They make me very nervous. Just because, like, you know, you're instantly getting attacked from every direction. So can you take it easy a little bit? You know, I'm just trying to... you know, have a little fun. Could you stop being so hard, game? Okay, we're actually in a very bad position now. Extremely bad position. Okay. Think it's worth it. Yep. Otherwise, I would be dead. But now I have kept myself alive for a little bit longer. Okay. No health, but it was worth a shot. It's quiet time now. I gotta focus. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Hey. There you go. Thank you. Daddy Longlegs is not too bad. You can handle it. You can handle it. We can handle it. Could you stop stomping around a little bit so I could end your life? Thank you. We actually did get to deal with the devil as well, which is extremely good. But it is 3 red chests, which is just about the worst thing that you could get out of this. But hey, we got it. And you know what? Better than nothing. Better than nothing. I'll take it. Okay. Ooh, laddie. Okay, what do these pills do? Infested. Alrighty, so nothing substantial, but something worthwhile at the very least. You know what? Give me more of these rooms. If these are the rooms that you're going to throw at me, by all means, go ahead. I can handle these. Can handle these too. Truth be told, I can handle just about any room. It's the fact that I don't have a whole lot of HP to work with that is the issue. Ooh, my stomach. You know, I already dumped once this morning. I don't know why my stomach is continuing to act up. Probably because I drank like 2 cups of coffee. So, and I haven't eaten anything either. At least not yet. And so my stomach's like, you know, I need a little fuel. Aside from this artificial energy booster that you're giving me. But, I don't know what you want from me. Do we do this? See, I think our run is fine. I don't think it can get much better than this, to be honest. The issue that we're running into is HP. It's not a matter of our run not being strong enough. It's a matter of HP, you know? So, I think I'm making the right decision there. Of course, you can't know. Hindsight is 20/20 too. So we'll find out, you know, if we should have gone for it, but I think we'll be fine. I think regardless of what we would have gotten out of that situation, I think, you know, it wouldn't help us any more than what we currently have would, so. This fight is going to be rough, but I think we can do it. I think we're fine. I think we can do it. I think we can do it. I think we can do it. We got 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 it. Yeah. Alrighty. Cool. We made it out alive. Absolutely not going to take on Hush. Absolutely going to take the easier route. Or what I consider to be the easier route. Okay, I imagine going north is it's the way to go. Don't want retrovision. I'll take X-Lax. Hey. Ah, shit. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Okay. Alrighty. Ooh. Okay, we're protected for the time being. Get rid of him. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. It's quiet time again. Keep it quiet. Fuck. Well, we are alive. I didn't realize I had Onk. Not that it's going to be significantly helpful, but it has prolonged our run and given us another chance. This room might actually end me, though, so. Okay. Can you guys, you know, stick around a little longer so I can kill you? You're making my life really hard. Oh. Okay, I don't have any use for that. This was the right path. Hell yeah, brother. Got some blue flames. If I can take advantage of them, might help us out. Please. Please. All I ask are for spirit hearts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, you gave me one. More than I could ever ask for. God, God. Okay. Not good, not good, not good. But doable, maybe? Question mark? Just get him to fly. Once he flies, he's stoppable. You know what? I don't think we did poorly there. I think I made some good decisions. Ultimately, I think not re-rolling again was the good decision there. I think really boils down to dumb damage. Always does. But this was not a bad run. I'm shaking off the rust. I feel much better now playing Isaac than I have the past couple of episodes. So we'll bounce back even better next episode. So with that being said, if you guys enjoyed this one, let me know down in the comment section below. Like the video and share with your friends. It lets me know you want to see more of any game series I do here on the channel. Link down to the game is in the description box below if you want to pick it up for yourself. Subscribe to my channel for more gaming content. I play all sorts of games on my channel. Thank you guys very much for watching. Love you very much, and I will talk to you later.